Hey guys, Ash here, Watcher of Realms. Welcome to the video. Glad to have you all here with me today. Send some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. So today we're going to do the top 10 as of August 2024 here. Top 10 healers inside the game. Things have changed a bit, and at the same time, they haven't changed a ton. Some familiar faces and also some new faces on this list. I did tanks or updated tanks top 10 list about a week ago if you guys want to check that out. Maybe 2 weeks now here on the channel. All right, guys. Let's get into it. There's a lot of good healers obviously in this game, and there's actually going to be quite a few snubs of some of my own personal favorite healers like a Sadie, for example, that are not going to be on today's list. But hey, it's tough to choose. It's tough to choose. Anyway, here we go to the gallery, coming in at number 10. So at number 10 on our healers, there we go, Carnelian. She's a very interesting healer. She's perfect for a chaotic healer, right? Essentially, she provides these soul essences to give these unyielding to your allies, which are amazing for chaotic heroes. Obviously, she's built as a brilliant chaotic healer because she's keeping them with enough health with some bounce heals, but at the same time also giving them unyielding so they can't die. So they're going to be staying in that optimal damage spot. So when it comes to a chaotic healer, gosh, she's number 1. When it comes to overall, again, this is why I said she's kind of tough to rank, but I put her in at number 10 on the list because she's a bit conditional, a little bit weird, but again, perfect at what she does. Coming in at number 9 on the list is going to be a personal fave of mine, Ezreal. I always get blowback or pushback when I put Ezreal on any list. A lot of people hate Ezreal out there. I am not one of them. I love Ezreal. It's hard to find a really solid healer who can heal the entire map, and that's what Ezreal does well. He's kind of like the Idril of healers, kind of, sort of, right? He can dish out his heal and his passive to anybody on the entire map at select intervals, and he also has damage mitigation built into his kit, or damage reduction built into his kit. I really think Ezreal is one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated heroes in the game. Healers or beyond, I think that Ezreal gets way too much hate. Coming in at number 8 on the list is going to be Artemis. Oh man, I made a video, gosh, a month ago talking about that I don't really use Artemis, and you guys let me have it in the comments. In that video, I said that, you know, I named the other heroes that I use in his place, but it wasn't a knock on Artemis. Artemis is kind of a jack of all trades, right? Perfect for Gear Raid 1, perfect for Gear Dungeon 1, Gear Raid 4, right? Anti-healing. He's got anti-healing, he's got decent healing, and he's got decent damage too. So really 3 kind of packages all into one really badass looking hero with the red kind of Nerf gun thing going on. I don't know, this guy's aesthetic is just crazy. I love it, but it's weird, right? He's got the Plague Doctor thing going on, kind of like Corvus the Corruptor vibes going on here. Genro the Stork for any raid players out there. But overall, really nice and unique blend and offering to healers out there. You guys know I have a thing for lizards because at number 7 is another lizard healer that I put higher than probably most in the game, and it's Furcy. I love Furcy. He has this beautiful wide range, really nice range on him. He also has damage mitigation built in as well, AoE damage reduction by 5%, which, you know, isn't the strongest, but is damage reduction nonetheless, which is really, really nice. You can get that up as well quite a bit, right? AoE, it starts at 5, but you can get it up to 25% on Saiyan Aegis. Definitely worth your skill crystals, at least in my opinion. But in addition to that, he grants inspiration. So he has inspiration, which is very, very nice. Obviously, more damage. We're very familiar with inspiration. We're going to be very, very familiar with it as we get to the top of the list today. But yeah, man, Furcy is I just think he's so underrated. Having that inspiration, having that wide range, the damage reduction, you know, decent heals on top of all of that. Number 6 on the list, guys, is going to be Vortex. Vortex is a beast, and arguably he might even be higher on the list, or he could very well be higher on the list, especially when you consider that he's an epic. Therefore, he's a lot easier to fully awaken. So if we're grading on a curve here in terms of how easy it is to get dupes and thus awaken him, probably even goes higher on the list, right? But man, what a beast. He's the best shielder. This absolute insane range. Heals insane shields, and a massive range from a dude who's easy to awaken. What more do you want in Vortex at number 6? I want to give an honorable here, guys. She's not technically a healer, so I couldn't put her in there, but I just wanted to mention her halfway through the video, that Constance can heal as well as bring inspiration, as well as being a very competent Arbiter defender, as well as Watcher. I really love Constance, but it's tough to know if I should include her as a technical healer. So a big shout out. If she was on the list, she'd probably be higher than even where we are right now. I really, really love me some Constance. Who doesn't, right? That inspiration from a ground unit with the defense, with basically whatever you need when you need it, right? 5 on the list is going to be my girl Hollow. Man, she could even be higher. Same thing that we talked about on Vortex, meaning that if you give her extra credit for being easier to upgrade, she gets even better. One of the best rage regen, the best rage regen in the game. That 20% massive range AoE rage regeneration. You know, healing is a bit, maybe a little underwhelming, but still can dish out heals, especially if you're not taking massive amount of damage. If you're looking for rage regen, look no further. You've got Hollow. The knock is, conversely, on these epic heroes, obviously their base stats tend to be a little bit lower, so there is a bit of a give and a take. They're easier to awaken, which I value more than the base stats in most cases, but it is worth pointing out here. But yeah, man, Hollow, a simple kit, right? Just tons of rage regen, but it's so effective. Of course, even endgame players use Hollow. Okay, guys, so number 4 on the list is going to be Leia. So Leia is amazing. She is a Lord, granted a Watcher Lord. Watcher, probably one of the weaker, you know, factions out there, not probably, definitely. So a little bit of a penalty there. Her Lord skill is okay, although she's mainly known for, you know, her rage regen, her damage increase as well. Just really solid across the board. Decent, but not the best heals in the game, but a very, very sought after Lord. She brings, again, like a lot. AoE heal, rage regen, and buffs, the damage buffs. So great for extra damage if you don't need those intense heals, or if you're just looking for a Watcher Lord. So number 3 on the list, guys, is gonna be Eunomia. So Eunomia is awesome. I do not have her, but boy, is she incredible. From all the videos and the content that I've seen, obviously, you name it, she's gonna be very, very competent. She has the bounce heal. She has dispelling as well. Just a great healer, right? Just what more do you want? She also grants attack speed increase by 100 on her ultimate, which is fantastic. She also has dispels, as I mentioned. So an Arbiter, healer, and a lot more where that came from. Man, she looks so cool too. Man, I want to get my hands on Eunomia, huh? All right, number 2 on the list, guys, is going to be, yeah, Elowen. It's tough between number 2 and number 1. Honestly, the top 5 are very, very tricky, but in my rankings, I put Elowen number 2. I think she's just, again, I was gonna say the jack of all trades, but she's the master of a lot too, right? She's just incredible, and this is what puts her as number 2 on my entire list here. Her costs, manageable. She has the Wood Elf that can help you out, you know, outside her range. A little, you know, a little Ezrein going on in terms of that ability to heal anybody on the entire map, vis-a-vis the Elf of the Forest passive. She has the great rage regen, she has the great heals, and she dispels on top of all of that. What can't Elowen do? I guess the only thing is, you know, overall damage mitigation, damage reduction, like we saw in some of these other healers, and I guess in terms of damage increasing, like we see on like a Leia. But she does everything else you could hope for in a healing support hero inside the game. And of course, number 1, not trying to be cute here, but it's still Dolores. It's still Dolores, man. A cost of 5, the best inspiration in the game. You look at any top team, any leaderboard, in almost any area of the game, and they're gonna be using Dolores, right? She's an epic champion. You just jack up her attack as high as you possibly can. Her heals are negligible, but it shows how powerful inspiration is in this game, getting more damage out of your DPS, your damage dealers, everybody inside her range, and of course she gets more effective as you awaken her as well, and again, being an epic, a lot easier to awaken. At a 5 cost, inspiration, best in the game, Dolores, I mean, she's a staple of almost every team, as I said, and one of the most versatile heroes in the game. So there it is, guys. We have Carnelian, Ezrein, Artemis, Mercy, Vortex, Hollow, Leia at 4, Eunomia at 3, Elowen at 2, and Dolores at 1. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? Who did I snub that's your favorite healer? Let me know in the comments below. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.